Hiya, it's me, B, and I'm on to do my April roundup for 2019. Okay, so let's crack on. So activities. This month was quite a busy month for me, so I chose activities that were quite relaxing. I went to a local adult colouring group for a couple of hours and met up with some friends, and I also went to a knit and bitch group. Again, met up with a few friends and done some knitting, had a bit of a chitty chatter, and that was kind of like soothing and relaxing for me. I was also approached by a company. I can't say too much about it, but what they said was that they've been watching me on Instagram and enjoying my Instagram challenges, and they've also been watching some of my YouTube videos. I was like, really shocked. But anyway, all I can say to you is that there's going to be some exciting projects coming up shortly, and once everything's been finalized, I will share it with you on my YouTube channel. So moving on to the deck that I worked with for the month of April. I worked with this deck here, the Dust to Onyx by Courtney Alexandra. I used it for an Instagram challenge. This deck was interesting. The artwork was also interesting. I really enjoyed the book. It kind of like outlines Courtney's journey. She talks about what prompted her to make this tarot deck and a bit about her spiritual journey as well. And then she gives really good explanations for each of the cards. I do enjoy the artwork of this deck, but I did find it a bit challenging because although the meanings of the cards are the same as the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the images are different, and I was having difficulties trying to relate the images to the meanings, because I kind of read cards intuitively, and it's important to me that I understand what the images are presenting. Another thing that I found quite challenging with this deck were the court cards, because they were just faces, and I was just having difficulties trying to figure out what the faces actually meant. I would have liked it if the court cards were kind of like split into different black cultures. So for example, one suit could have been Black American culture, one suit could have been, for example, Jamaican culture, one suit could have been an African culture, for example, Yoruba culture, or Igbo culture, or Benin culture. And I think that way I wouldn't have found the deck so confusing and challenging. But I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to work with it. I did work with the majors extensively in my challenge, and some of the court cards, and a card from each suit. But I think I'm going to use like a daily draw to work with it further. So I'm not going to give up on this deck right now. Okay, so book wise for this month, because I had a lot on at work, the systems kept on crashing and there was a lot of reading and stuff to do. I was too exhausted to read like a regular book, so I was reading these kind of books here. They're like adult books by Enid Blyton. So I read this one, 5 Give Up Booze. It's just like a comical, well, they say it's an adult book, but it's kind of like based on a children's book, I guess. So this book was quite interesting to read, 5 Give Up Booze. And then this one here was Ladybird Book of Mindfulness, which was a good read. And then The Grandparent. Also enjoyed this book. Decks that I bought this month. I was quite good this month actually. I just bought one deck, and this is called the Alchemy 1977 England Playing Cards by Bicycle. I am going to do a video actually very soon on my playing card divination collection, so I will showcase this deck further in that video. Okay, decks that I'm going to work with in the month of May is this one here, the Herbal Tarot. I'm using it again for another Instagram challenge, and I'm quite enjoying it. It's just basically like a Rider-Waite-Smith inspired deck, but it also incorporates herbs. And I bought this book here, which is the guidebook for the deck, and it outlines the meanings more fluently, and it gives you affirmations and the qualities of each herb, and actually how to actually use the herbs as well. It's quite an interesting deck, so that's what I'll be using for the month of May. I'm also going to be reading this book here, which is called Bones, Shells and Curios. Oh god, I can't read this, my tongue's twisted. It's basically written by Michelle Jackson, and this book was recommended to me by Hexon Cases when he gave me a bone casting kit. So I'm going to work through this and try and understand my bone casting kit that was sent to me. So that's it really. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.